You're most welcome to Kidukuru Piggery Farm. My name is Bob Kagolo. We are located here in Kidukuru village, Karambi sub-county, where we are here now. We are within the city. I started this piggery farm in 2012, October. I started with about 4 piglets actually. There are around three females and 1 male. I bought them locally from within here, some farmers who had some good breeds. I was working with different organizations. I worked with the Joint Clinical Research Center for a number of years. I worked with Catholic Relief Services. I worked also with the public service. But then I thought I should start something that is income generating. I have a university degree in accounting. I'm also a chartered accountant by profession, and my passion actually is in agriculture. I thought I should retire early when I'm still strong and energetic, come back home and do something that is income generating, as well as be able to show others that can be done. And as I said, being an accountant, I looked at different projects, those that can make profit faster and invest little, make profit more. And on a small piece of land, as you've seen here, I have about 2 acres here. I looked at chicken, I looked at piggery, I looked at dairy farming, I looked at apiary, I looked at rabbitry. Try to do a profitability analysis and see which one gives more profits than any other in a short time, having even invested little, and has less challenges or risks, zeroed down to piggery. Why piggery? You start with little money on a small piece of land. There are less risks of maintaining piggery. They don't fall sick easily. They don't get diseases like the chicken do. And then the good thing, they multiply so fast. A pig can give you 10 to even 15, 16 piglets. They produce very fast. Within 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, they have already delivered. They go and hit on 8 months. You serve them within 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. They've given you piglets, 10 to 15. They, apart from eating maize bran, pigs can eat most of the weeds in my farm here in the banana plantations. When I had started pigs, I realized that people were coming a lot for my manure. They were taking my manure. Then I tried to find out where they're taking the manure, because they were buying it actually. And they were helping me in a way, of course, disposing it off. But then I thought, why are people so much interested in the manure here? So I realized that most of the people who are taking the manure to their matoke, their banana plantations. So I thought, why don't I start the banana plantations so that I use my manure where it is? So I started the banana plantation. Now actually, okay, people still do take it because it's a lot, because I had over 600 pigs. Actually, before you came in and I was putting the vision, I had over 600 pigs. But the market has increased so much and people are buying. Now they've gone down a little bit. So most of the dung is put in trenches, dries up, then put in the banana plantations. And you can see when I take you around, you'll see how my toke are looking so good and I'm able to get good money. And then matoke also supplements the pigs' feeds, because any matoke that is not so good, or the fruits or the stems that I cut, I feed them to my pigs, and I reduce the feed cost. So you see how pigs are very easy to maintain. That's another reason why I set up this farm, to show people that can be done and how it can be done. I have visited different farms. Over there, I went to a rabbitry project. I saw a gentleman maintaining over 20,000 rabbits. I realized that rabbits can also help me make some more money. March this year I started rabbitry. Now they have multiplied so fast. People have been coming, and then the people's tastes have been changing now. Previously they had a lot of biases about pigs, about rabbits, but now people are eating pork like you can't believe. Just before the lockdown in February, I had 593 pigs. As lockdown started, people were coming away from Kampala, coming here, looking for some project to start on their land at home. So they bought a lot of the pigs. And so the pig numbers have been going down. And then when New Vision came in, reported my story in the papers, even the numbers of purchasing my pigs increased the more. So they went down to around, now I have around 197. But I'm sure, I know how, as I told you, they multiply so fast. By April next year, I'm estimating to have almost 450. And by end of next year, they'll have gone even to 700. So I have about 190, but average I used to keep around 400. The capacity that is optimum for me now is 450. The piggery farm itself is on about just a 1/4 acre. Pigs is my core business. It's the cash cow for me. And the pigs I get around net, I get about net 7.3 million net per month on pigs alone. On rabbits, it's still little business, is still growing. It isn't so much for now. It's not more than 600 per month on rabbits now, but I expect within another 2 years it will have expanded to a very big project, because even the urine can be bought for fertilizers. Matoke, I get around 1.3 million every month net also. I'm improving on them. I'm very sure within another 1 year or 2 they'll have improved. Then also training, I get some money from training people, but most of the training actually I do free. I even go on the radio, most of the radios, VOT, KRC, Light FM, I go on those radios and talk to people. That's my passion. The main thing for piggery, for you to ensure that they don't fall sick or have any problems, is to ensure that you are clean 100%. I have about 7 workers who look after these pigs here. I'm the first person to come in here, go all around and see how they are. Then the workers come in around 6:30, do the cleaning, remove all the poo, clean the houses, wash. After washing, they feed the piglets around 8 a.m. in the morning. Any person to come in here must go through the biosafety measure there. I just started 2012-13. A number of people were hit by the disease, ASF, African swine fever, but for me, I wasn't attacked at all. It hit again in 2017, I wasn't attacked at all. One, people, what they don't know, that biosafety is not just about the food dip or anything. Cleanliness is key. What controlling the people who come in is key. Then another thing is the vets who come in. Make sure the vets who come in use most of the time the equipment that you have, the syringes, the medicine, your lab, your coats and stuff like that, your boots, because they move in very many different places and could pick the diseases from there easily. Those who buy the pork, I make sure they stand outside there. I take the pig to them from outside there. They don't come in here. I don't allow them here. The people outside there who have pigs, by allowing their pigs to come in for mating, that one I don't do. At least that one, I'll tell my neighbors, no, that one I'm sorry, I'll not allow you. If money is your problem, I'll give you 20,000 to go somewhere and mate it from somewhere, but not here. We use some agrochemicals on this farm, especially which I buy from town here. They're available locally. But of course, we've been having the challenge of getting the right types. And a lot of things are coming in these days which are not as good as they should be. But at least I've established some suppliers who give me the right things. I spray these pigs every fortnight, twice in a month. I spray the pigs, mainly with Tactic, Norotraz, and then the other drugs that one needs to keep on the farm, even if you're bringing a vet. Of course, the drug for deworming, the ivermectin, which comes in different types, different generics, like Tectin, Noromectin, Vermectin, but all those are ivermectin kind of drug for deworming them. That is key when you have a piggery farm. And of course, many others, oxytetracycline and penicillin, and of course, iron, which you have to give the piglets after 3 days. Being an accountant, record keeping is key to me. I ensure that every record that must be kept is kept here. Most of my pigs that are not, at least young piglets which are suckling, are ear tagged. Ear tagging helps you to identify, that's a name. You are identifying the pig by the name on that tag. It may be number 18, number 15, number 100 and something. So when you ear tag the pig, you'll know that number this went on heat on this date, is supposed to live on this date, and it gave birth to so many piglets, and they were given ivermectin, they were dewormed on this date, had some sickness on this date. It produced 14 piglets, 7 were male, 7 were female. I sold the piglets at this date at so much. I even have the records of the farmers who buy from me because I follow up. That's my passion, to follow up. How are you doing? What's your problem? I've gotten another breed here. The other pig that you looked at and liked has delivered. Can you come for the piglets? So I have that passion really, and following up with my people, especially the customers or those who are intending to go into piggery. I train them and show them how it is done. So records, I have all those, how much money I've made. I have the receipt books, I have the delivery books, I have the invoices. I have, of course, the visitors book, which shows who has come and his telephone numbers and all that. So all the records are in my laptop. Even on my phone, I have a package for tracking everything. If you want, I'll show you here. I'll just put in pig number 603. It will give me all the records, when it was born, the piglet is delivered, and all that, when it was given medicine. I'm actually contacting some suppliers in South Africa. I want to get a sausage making machine. Another reason why I'll go on radio and talk to people, I want them to get interested in a pig and know that it can be done and it's cheap to be done. It's not so expensive. So that when I get that machine, my numbers here, even when they go to the 600 that they normally are at, they'll not sustain that pork making machine. So I need more people to get interested, and then When I've started it full swing, I have the numbers that will support me from outside so that it maintains my factory, my cottage factory that I want to start. I bought a small machine for milling some few bags of grain. I buy the bran, the cotton seed cake, the soya, the fish, the premix, the bones, the shells, the Wonder Pig. I mix, and then we give the pigs according to their sizes, their ages, whether they have piglets or not. Now we're using actually some concentrate, which I got recently, called Tidmax. That concentrate also is coming very good, and I'm trying it on my piglets now. I harvest my water. Actually, I'm surprised when people start saying that they have a shortage of water. I have a number of tanks. I have tanks of around 9,000 up there. I have another tank of 10 and another 5 there. Actually, I have 33,000 liters. They reported wrongly in the vision that I have 2,000. I have 33,000 liters of water. I also have national water system just in case the water goes dry here. There's no rain for some months, which is very rare, which I've seen. People sometimes think that pigs like water, but it's not just about water. Pigs are extremely clean animals. People don't know that. People think that pigs are very dirty. Extremely clean. As you'll see in here, they know where to eat from, they know where to sleep, they know where to put their poo. Marketing, as I said, initially it was difficult, the first years that we started. Why? Because of one of the main problems were those beliefs, the cultural beliefs, the religious beliefs, those biases that people had about piggery. One of my strategies is going on radio, talking to people. My wife actually, who is a marketeer, and now she's most of the time with me here, only that she's gone for some burial somewhere. She talks about it a lot, convinces people, talks to different hotels. So the market is increasing. People come all the way from Bundubujo, all the way from Kyenjojo, Chegegwa, Kamwenge, Ibanda, and come and buy my pigs here. My kids are so passionate, especially the boys. One is in S6, another in S4, and the other one is also a clinic officer. Whenever they get their holidays, they are here. I show them how it can be done so that even when I'm not around, it can be sustained. Source of energy, actually, as I was saying, now we're improving now. I've actually talked to Crest Tank. They are coming very soon to start some biodigester. I had wanted to do a local one. I started a local one here, but it had a lot of issues. They did for me some local one, which is locally built, but I don't know what happened. It had some leakages. That was a very good source between 2014 and 2017. It's mainly now electricity, which I'm using most of the time. Apart from biosafety, biosecurity, you must have security of the pigs as well. One, I ensure I have a security guard who is a trained soldier. I have fencing around. I have 6 dogs with me. So security is very good, and people should know that it's very important as one way of mitigating risk. People say when I bring pigs, they'll be stolen. Those are things you know. Once you know it, do something about it. I tell people that if you take my pigs, you won't get any problem because they don't use a lot of the chemicals. Why don't I do that? Because they hardly fall sick. Why don't they fall sick? Because they are extra clean. I want to go into training, make some place outside there, near in upper part, put in some facilities where people can come, especially youth and women. That's my target. Youth and women can come in. I show them how it can be done. Take them around. They do it practically for maybe a week or so. They feed the pigs. If they come here telling me, I don't have money, Mzee, but I want to start a piggery, can you see how to help me? I tell them, now for you, go and build some small structure where a piglet can go. Actually give them piglets for free. I go and show them what to do, tell them how the structure can be done, or give them my boys here to go and show them. Then I supply them piggery for free, and they start. First of all, as I say, every dark cloud has a silver lining, because people who were in Kampala, those who lost jobs, the border guys whose business was stopped for some time, they came back here in their villages. I've lost my job, my border has no business now. Where do I go next? From around 600, the number started going down because people are buying them so much. Of course, when I talk about 600 to 190, it doesn't mean it's just 300 that I've sold. They are produced in there, even the 150 that I had. So if you look at my records, there are months where I've sold over 350. Some months 140, other months 430. Actually, according to my records, I've sold over 4,000 pigs in the last 5 years. Why I say the blessing is, guys, I've made more money. I've shown people what to do. I've trained a lot of people. People have started a lot of piggery because of this corona. People have started the business of piggery, and they've started and they're doing well. I think to me the main achievement, about 2 or 3, but I'll first mention the first one, that I got a good retirement and early retirement when I'm still strong. And I've come out here to show the people in my village where I had spent so many years without being after schooling. I said most of my years, about 20, 23, 24 in Kampala, working in different places. I've started a project and I've done it and I've succeeded. It is now 7 years down the road. It is getting better and better. Health-wise, when you get out of offices, seated all the time in offices, I'm so active all over the place, moving around. The health is much better. Another achievement, which may be small, but it's very important for people other than being in offices all the time. And then, of course, I've made more money.